So this is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Man, so mouthful. DJI, come on. What's with you and naming things? Just come up with the name. So a friend of mine recently, she borrowed me this DJI Pocket Osmo 3 camera to use it. Now, some little bit context. I have never used any DJI camera before, apart from their gimbals. And so when a friend of mine, she was like, yeah, you can use it. I was really excited. And there was a big trip I had a trip to Arusha, and I decided to actually carry this camera on this trip, which is amazing. And boy, does this camera keep on blowing my mind away. Like, this thing is beautiful. I think DJI knows what they're doing, and they know who the target audience is, and they are really doing a good job pushing this to that audience. And so this is what this video is all about. But first of all, I am not a tech savvy. I got no chicken clue about this camera. The only thing that I have is the time I've spent with it and the experience I've had with it, and that's what I'm going to share about this video. So if you are sitting here wondering if I'm going to give you all the technical part of it, no, there are many people doing that. I just want to share my personal experience with this beautiful camera. And so just from the box itself, I mean, not the box, like this is how packing. Boom. This is like the whole packaging. You have a gimbal, you have the camera, and you have space in one thing, and that is mind blowing. You have the gimbal, the camera, and this camera records in 4K. In 16:9, that's 4K, but 9:16, it actually does 3K or 2K if I'm not mistaken. But you get so much out of what you're just recording in those formats. And this camera actually records in D-Lite, D-Cine, whatever. DJI, let's just check. So this camera records in D-Cine AIM, which is like the log kind of thingy for the log for DJI. And it actually has 10-bit 422. And that's crazy. For something this small, you have so much dynamic range when it comes to color, and you can just color grade. And then you can also change to just the natural colors, which is like DJI in-baked color format, which is amazing. Now, this thing also has slow-mo. I tried the slow-mo. It's really, really good. And it also has hyperlapse, and you can take photos. And I feel like DJI should really try to also market this as photography kind of camera. It's not like photos that you want to sell or print out. It's just like if you want to post on a social media, your Instagram, the photos it takes are pretty much amazing. And so I just feel like the question kept on coming, like, who is this camera for? And this is where it gets interesting. I think this is not a camera for somebody who's like, you run a huge filming company and you're shooting high-end commercials and all that. I don't think this is the camera for you. I mean, you can sneak in some B-rolls from it. The clients will never know, and the clients don't really know in many times. But I think this camera is for those people who really wants to start filming, but they don't want to invest too much in gear, and they don't want to invest in gimbals, and they don't really want to go overboard. I think that camera is for those people. If you want to start a YouTube channel and you want to be vlogging and you just want to take it simple and slower, I think this camera is for you. And I think it just fits perfectly in between. It's like you are not a professional, but you're not an amateur. You're just in between. And I think this camera is also for you. And for those people who just want to bring in some creativity into their shots, into their filming, this camera is for you as well. And so that's what I've kind of discovered. You know, I usually film documentaries and I do handheld, and I don't have a gimbal. And having this camera just kind of replaces the gimbal. First of all, in order for you to utilize some of the dynamic ranges and all that, you need to put a filter on top, which actually they can show, like you can put a filter, you can buy a filter, and it has like a pocket for it, which is a pro. But you need to put like a filter on top of it. Then you can have, you know, nice highlights, you know, nice shadows and all that. For someone who's in Africa, it's hard to find those accessories. And I think that's where, for me, it feels like a pro. It's like, well, if I want to buy this and I start adding on all these things, why should I not just buy a small camera with a good lens and then just vlog myself, you know? But again, it can be compared to what DJI is trying to do here. I think they're doing a pretty much good job to be able to cater to that class, like, you know, the kind of ideas that they're having. Yeah, the other con is like the screen is small. I mean, if you look at the camera screen and the DJI screen, if you're filming in the bright sunlight, I think it'll be a little bit of a challenge to do that. But again, that's just me. You know, I'm not saying it's a bad camera. And I think my last question is that, would I advise people to buy this? I think my answer is yes. Would I see myself buying this or using this often? Yes. I took this and I made with it in Arusha, and I just have my camera, and this is operating like my action camera kind of thing. Is like I'm able to do all those creative shots just using this thing. And so if you are stuck, the other con is the microphone. Now, the microphone is not that good, so you have to buy DJI microphones that you can pair with these, and it's like all these little things, you know, when you put them together, it's expenses, you know. And so maybe DJI should just put like a nice microphone in it, and then people can decide for themselves if they want to invest in more mics. I like what Sony has done with their cameras. Like the microphone is very decent, and I just enjoy it. So yeah, but in a nutshell, I think this camera is amazing. And I see myself using it often. Even if I don't have mine, I don't have one myself. If DJI wants to send one to me, that would be amazing. I think I'll be like the only dude in my country having a DJI Pocket Osmo, if I'm not mistaken. So DJI, come on, you can make a mark and send me one. But so far, I'm enjoying it, and I'm having it here in Arusha, and the majority of the stuff that I'll be filming will be with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. DJI, you have to think about how you name your things. It is mouthful. But otherwise, thank you very much, guys. And if you're new to this channel, subscribe. This is just like a channel for like a random guy who loves filming and creativity. And I just like, oh, it's a beautiful camera. Let me add it to one of the other videos on YouTube. And so, peace from Arusha, and I hope you guys are enjoying. If you're new, subscribe, follow me on Instagram to see much of my photography. And yeah, let's keep in touch.